Well, I took the insulation off of the cooling pipes since that's not going to work. One guy got his car pretty warm. That stuff started melting pretty good. And I checked it out. 230 degrees is the melting point, so it's almost would work, but I need to pull that out, so took it off all these tubes and then the heater lines also, and I'll wrap it in fiberglass, which I got some stuff here. I'll wrap that up good, and then I'll finish it off with this fiberglass welding blanket. I had some other crap, but it was like really dangerous. Can't breathe it. You're supposed to throw away your clothes when you're done and all this other crap, so I ain't gonna be using that stuff. Stick with something itchy, but at least it won't give you cancer and kill you. Okay, I think I got this figured out finally. That, plus that, plus that. So hopefully we got it figured out this time. Get all this stuff married back together and running. You know, the engine builder found all kinds of weird crap in the motor. There was aftermarket bearings in there. I don't understand anyway. You know, I don't understand as far as what this motor's been through, but it don't matter. So it's all good to go. It's a 550 horse motor right there. All brand new bolts for the mains, brand new bolts for the rod caps, all GM bolts, brand new bolts for the heads, all new gaskets, new oil pump, new balancer, new bolt, and the top end kit, which included the cam, put LS7 lifters in there, which are the roller. And then what else we got? Went ahead and got new lifter guides, the plastic trays that the lifter guides keeps the lifters true on the cam. So essentially brand new motor, upgraded on the bearings to, you know, like a high performance bearing for the internals. High volume oil pump. Those heads are going to have some serious flow. So it'll be a whole different motor. Now we're going to put it in there with the transaxle. So I think I got everything ironed out. Should be a pretty easy install. One thing I noticed is these cables, the shifting cables, are going to be longer than what I need. I'm going to have to send those in and get those resized, so that will be something. And I still need a couple parts for the rear suspension, like the Corvette axle stub ends, which hook onto the Mendiola. Still need to source those. So there's a couple things, and I'm waiting for the bracket to hook up the rear shock, the coilover, rather than the factory 5 bracket. Quick Racing Products makes a bracket, and it's more stout, more sturdy, handles the load of the GTM and the abuse. I redid all the pipes, wrapped all this with fiberglass, took off that low melting point rubber, cell foam, closed cell foam, and did some wrapping with the tubes and stuff in there, so that should be pretty good. That should keep the heat down below rather than let it come up through there. So now it's little by little do the install. Final install for everything and get this thing done. So here we go. There it is with the AC and the water pump hooked up. Got the coolant lines all plugged back in. And one thing that kind of helped, I had the AC pump sitting right there where it belonged with the bolts in it as I dropped the motor in, rather than trying to fish that thing back up in there. In fact, I never did unhook the AC lines. I just left the pressure lines plugged in. Right now I've got my wires kind of draped on here, and we'll get the intake on it, fuel lines. It's going to have a different PCV system on it. The guy that did my motor said that it didn't seem right. In fact, probably just an intake leak the way I had it set up. So I'm just going to go to a breather system. There was lots of oil in the cylinders, so obviously something wasn't right. So yep, we're going to go with the breather system, and the transaxle needs a breather on it also, so I'll just probably run them all together, I would imagine.